Chicago's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game, setting the floor for the Nets. Carroll is the 3 with Hollis Jefferson at the 4. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. And it's Allen in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, we're about halfway through the season outdoors. It's no longer new. The playoffs are still a ways away. Seems like a time when players can start to lose focus.
No doubt, Kevin. You have that sense that maybe the All-Star break is coming or going, and you still have that fight you've got to get through, the February, March doldrums. But this is why coaches always talk about, let's play in the moment. Let's not worry about the results, what you can do every day, each moment. When you can do those kinds of things and just lock in on small tasks, then you've got a team that can contend.
Good coaches always seem to steer their teams in the right direction at this time of the year. On the clock, here's LeVert. Off target with his 3. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls. They lead by 4. Here's AI. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. AI's got 8 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's LeVert, guarded by Levine. Bounce pass, Russell. Allen. Great defense that time from AI.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
From outside, off the mark. Nets trail by 6. Now the pass to LeVert. Floats one up, and the layup is good.
That's 6'7". Karis LeVert knows how to use that size, especially inside. He knows how to handle himself in there.
Dunn kicks to AI. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. 11 points in the game.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Chris Dunn taken 5th overall back in 2016. Didn't break through in his rookie season with the Wolves. He's getting more opportunity here in Chicago.
Chicago making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Denzel Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's Harrison in for Chris Dunn. Allen finds Napier. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. And Greg, you look at Dunn. It can take longer for point guards to develop in the NBA.
A great point. It's the most cerebral position in our game. Learning how to run an NBA offense is a challenge. Good news, though, is he's putting in the work necessary to figure it out and progressing nicely.
It's the Nets now, after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Napier feeling it out a bit to the inside. Allen passes to Davis. Let's go. Offensive rebound, Nets. And it's blocked.
Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Nets trail by 9. Here's Dinwiddie. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. To the inside. It's blocked, and they're able to recover. Here's Harris. And so it's Chicago in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And
this is a continued game.
And so far, Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. AI is checked in for Lopez. Lauri Markkanen comes in for Carter. Otto Porter Jr. he's checked in for Denzel Valentine. And it's Dunn in for Harrison. And a new group in for the Nets. Ande Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Allen. Tamari Carroll comes in for Harris. LeVert's checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Napier. Nets trail by 13. And now that that final debt, Doris, has been paid, it must feel like a huge relief for Nets fans to be done with that trade they made with Boston.
Well, you hate to say it, but trading for KG, Pierce, and Terry back in 2013 turned out to be a disaster for the Nets. Probably set the organization back a good 5 years. They must be thrilled to be out from under the weight of that mistake.
Dunn and Levine are the guard set. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Otto Porter Jr. And it's AI in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Pacers had a huge game. He had 49 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Okay, David, no doubt he'll have the defense focused on him here after that stunning game last time out.
You better believe it. He'll be looking at double teams, guys up in his jersey all game long.
I think that's the way this guy likes it. He wants a challenge. It makes him more focused, more determined to show what a force he can be.
And that one's good by Porter.
Yeah, that's just a nice pass. This was one of college basketball's premier playmakers, done showing great vision.
Here's LeVert. He's got 9. Outside, Davis. Outside, Russell. Over Markkanen. And it's Russell missing. Chicago leading by 13. Levine kicks to AI. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
Let's go!
And that's now 17 points for AI. Up top, Russell. Looking to end the run. No good that time.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than he'll share if he's left open.
And so it's Chicago with a sizable lead as the quarter round. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Really an incredible game from AI.
It's been about his ability to just lock down the opponent from a defensive standpoint. A lot of shots also being blocked.
Well, he has been in the grill of his man all night. He's used his reach to turn away those shots. You have to love the defensive effort.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. Hollis, Jefferson, and Allen together down low. LeVert and Carroll are the wingmen. And it's Russell in at the 1 spot.
And Lauri Markkanen, a 7-footer who can really let it fly. At Arizona, the most 3-pointers ever by a 7-footer in a single season.
Dunn passes to AI. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. AI's got 19 points.
Yeah, good luck keeping up with the elite speed of Chris Dunn in the pick and roll. So efficient with his passing and shooting in these sets.
And out of bounds.
Let's go!
Turnover.
Turnover.
And Markkanen also setting records for 3-pointers made by a rookie grade.
A quick release. The ball comes off his hands so effortlessly. He's more than a stretch big as well. I think he's a shooter who just happens to be 7 feet tall.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Harris is checked in for Damari Carroll. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. You talked about what it takes to be a great head coach, Doris. Qualities that you think are paramount to the success, for instance, of an assistant coach.
Maybe the most important attribute to an assistant coach would be coaching with your heart and soul like it's your job on the line every night, not just the head coach's job. Right? If you pour your heart and soul into something and make that head coach's job easier, then you functioned appropriately. And the other thing it's allowed you to do is it's allowed you to accelerate your growth. You're constantly thinking, what would I do in this situation? That helps you in the long term.
Love that perspective. The Bulls making a switch. Here's Levine. We've got Otto Porter Jr. Zach Levine is out there with Valentine. Then it's Lowry Markkinen. And it's AI in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. It's good from long range.
Boy, Otto Porter with the pretty delivery. That's nice.
To the paint, here's Allen, and it's Allen with the jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Levine kicks to Porter. Here's AI, and the Bulls, another 3.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
Well, it is all about the 3-ball nowadays in the NBA. And when he's hitting from there, it's going to make things very tough on the defense.
Carroll, no one around him. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Harris against Porter. Pass to AI. Takes a 3. A rebound by the Nets.
My release is too late.
Pass to LeVert. Steps back and fires. Almost, but it rolls out. The Bulls leading by 18. Porter passes to AI. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
I think he should consider taking another dribble and step in next time. That's more in his range.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Allen, and it's Allen with the jam.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Levine dishes to AI. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. 30 points for AI.
And you can see where they're attacking here in the 4th, strictly from the perimeter.
Well, they've got the green light to pull the trigger from 3, and I'll tell you, they put it to good use here.
Harris kicks to Russell. To the middle. Here's Allen, and slam dunk by Allen.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the
yep.
flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Here's AI. A 3-pointer off the mark. And it's Carroll with the ball for the Nets. 17-point game. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. To the middle. Russell left side. 5 on the clock. Back to Allen. Here's LeVert. They get it back. That's tipped. Levine with it. It's AI, top of the key. Yep, it counts. AI's got 15 points here in the second half.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Yeah, Greg, I think it's very difficult coming back in this instance. They have owned this game. Don't see them coughing up this lead.
Now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Chicago making a switch here. Dunn's checked in. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. There's 1:47 left in the game. And he makes that one. 10 points for Allen.
Boy, that possession doesn't come together if it's not for Carroll's assist. He brings it home for him with the pretty dime.
Dunn passes to AI. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. And that's now 35 points for AI.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
D'Angelo Russell, the lefty playmaker out of Ohio State. Doris, a lot to like about his ability to create.
Boy, certainly Kevin has
They got Joe Harris at center.
One shot. At the line for the Bulls. One shot.
And that one misses. Joe Harris, a guy that bounced back between the G League, Doris, and the NBA his first few seasons.
Right, Joe Harris has thrived fitting into a shooting role with this team. And credit Coach Kenny Atkinson for saying, listen, model yourself after Kyle Korver.
Done outside. From beyond the arc. And it's AI missing. And the Nets with possession here. Trailing by 19. Right side, Russell fires the three, bangs home the trifecta.
Well, to me, this is where D'Angelo Russell distinguishes himself. He understands that when he can score it, he's going to be aggressive.
Dunn dishes to AI. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it on tonight with dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And
let's see. What do you got?
Hey, AI.
What's up, Charlie?
They want to talk to you in the studio. You have a second?
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Let's do it.
Right this way.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, this is Shaq. Hurrah! You've been beasting these last few games, and it's fun to watch. Anything you feel you've done differently to make this impact?
Anything differently? You know, the one difference I can identify, I'm trying to be more aggressive with my touches. When I don't settle to play passive, I know it benefits the whole team. Creates opportunities for others, you know, to make plays. And we know that we have to be aggressive as a group in order to accomplish things that we want this season. And we've just been trying to set the tone with my play.
AI, huh? The A must stand for animal.
Thank you, Shaq. You're crazy. Thanks, man. See you.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Portland Trail Blazers at Moda Center. Taking a look at the Trailblazers, they've gotten themselves into solid position in the Western Conference standings, 6th place to be precise. A nice spot to be for a team that finished last season on the outside of the postseason looking in. And tonight, a chance to see the continued development of Lauri Markkanen, the 7-foot
the Trailblazers in beautiful Portland,
21,
Oregon.
20.
Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent
39,
Perry. This
one.
is Kevin Harlan. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, thanks, guys. Now, the Blazers are attacking.
He's not shy about putting pressure on the front office, DA. Thanks. You can see it all over the league. Injuries, Brent, beginning to affect some teams, but it's hard to pay your stars and maintain a deep bench all under the salary cap. It's a very difficult dance to do.
This is why sitting next to you as a broadcaster is a really less stressful thing to do, rather than be a general manager in the league.
Yeah.
So hard to make.
But you could be a general manager in this league.
Maybe at some point, Kevin, but right now I'm enjoying this seat with you. And I'm wondering how it is that some of these teams can get creative with cap analytics guys and their strategy, how much they want to press forward given some of the restrictions of what you can do with your roster. But we know the more players you have that can step in and be ready, these deeper teams during the regular season usually pile up a few more wins than those that don't have that approach.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. Lauri Markkanen is out there with AI. And it's Porter at the small forward position. Here's Cantor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, there's a poison apple scenario there. Cantor with the polished up fake. If you bite, you lose.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint, great hands and the strength to create space.
Dunn passes to AI. From deep, buries the long-range jumper. AI's got his first 3 points of the game.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Lillard dishes to Cantor. Yes, that goes in.
A reliable finisher who can score in a multitude of ways. Cantor is a tough cover down low.
Dunn against Lillard. Dunn kicks to AI. A three-pointer, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lillard against Dunn. Lillard finds Aminu. Lillard looking around. Just 5 on the clock. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Well, Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Trying his luck deep.